really ashy. I don't know why. I don't care why. What's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Krizz'Tina. I actually got a comment a while ago and I'm so sorry for the delay, but I was asked to show all of my foundation shades. So I had to go get some more foundation because y'all, I really did not have that many. I fell off of wearing my makeup. So with all that being said, let's just get right into it because we don't need this video to be too unnecessarily long. And this is in no particular order, right? So this is the first one. Oh, my camera focus. What I learned in boating school is, okay, there we go. It Cosmetics CC cream. So this one has SPF 40 in it, and the shade that I have is Rich Honey. This is definitely more so a summer shade for me. I feel like It Cosmetics does a really good job of creating products that will give you a complete coverage. So if you're somebody who likes to have no skin visible, give them a try. I would probably rate this, like, my brain is saying 5 or 6, and not because it doesn't do what it says it's supposed to do. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't really wear matte foundations. I actually got this at an event and I'm not mad at it. Wait, did I get it at an event or did they send it to me? One of the two, same difference. I'm not mad at it. I do like the coverage, and I also have the formula that I do like from them. So this one right here, okay, there you go. So this one right here, this is also from It Cosmetics. It is a CC cream as well, but this is the anti-aging hydrating serum version. I use the shade Neutral Rich. This one I use to sort of bronze tour my face, but again, it's not necessarily something that I would personally reach for to wear on a daily basis, at least not at this point. I could see myself, like, if I had an exact match, or like a really good match, which is another problem I have with this, I would go ahead and wear this one more often because I do like the coverage. This one is really lightweight, which gives into the whole hydrating serum situation. But yeah, those are the first two. The next one that I have is this one. Is it focused? Okay, the Beauty Blender foundation. This is the Bounce Skin Tint. Let me just open it to make sure. And I want to say this is actually, I want to say that this is my shade, or it's about to be my shade. So this is also this is also a summer product for me in the shade Deep 1. I would probably rate this like maybe a 6.5. It's not a bad product at all. It's really lightweight and fluid. It also reminds me of another foundation that I like to wear, but I say a 6.5 because I believe when I wore it I was like really shiny. So this is gonna be one of those ones. Well, it's not even a foundation, it's a skin tint. So yeah, I don't typically wear skin tints, but if I did want to throw something on real quick, I would toss this one on, and that's Deep 1. Moving on. So this one is the Makeup by Mario foundation, y'all. This is in the shade 18.5 in. This is the Surreal Skin, just in case he has another one that I don't know about yet. I picked this up during the Sephora sale that just happened, and I have tried this before. I didn't like it because it creased in my smile lines, and I'm starting to just accept the fact that my makeup does that because I'm animated. But this foundation, I would say I probably would give it about an 8. Probably an 8. If you want to watch my original review of the foundation, you can go down my YouTube channel and see it. But I would give this one about an 8. It has like these really subtle reflex in them that I don't know how I could see it, but I could see it when I saw it. I like the coverage. It's really smooth. So this foundation, I would give this foundation about an 8. I like the coverage. I like the shade range. This shade is actually new. It does crease in my smile line, so if you have an animated face, you're gonna need to do whatever you need to do to make sure it stays on around your smile lines. But other than that, it's a pretty good foundation. I also picked this one up. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I was trying to make sure I didn't say the wrong one because I'm like, I know the difference between the two, but I want to make sure I say the right one. So the shade that I have right now is Macau. This is a summer shade for me. Also, with this one, this is more like a in-between summer, spring, maybe late fall when I start to lose my tan. But so I have Macau. This one is going to be a summer shade for me when I'm going to take my butt outside to get tan for real, because if you know, you know. With me, I do that. I love this foundation. I feel like even when it's expired, don't be like me. Even when it's expired, it just wears really, really well. Every time I put this on, even if I pair it with something else, I get tons of compliments. I think that NARS does a pretty good job of having, you know, a nice shade range. And yeah, depending on where you fall on the spectrum of complexions, you might have to get to, or even just finesse it with your concealer, bronzer, contour combination, which is usually what I do. But I love this foundation. I would say that it's an average wear of maybe like 8-10 hours. The coverage is really nice for me. I like how it blends out, and I like how it plays with all of my other products. So yeah, did I write this one? I would probably give this like an 8.5. The next one that I have is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Boo. Okay, I'm so close to the lens. That doesn't make any sense. I need to adjust my settings. I have the shade 11. So this shade for me is like a beginning of the summertime shade, late fall. That's number 11. I like this one too. I know I did a review before and I don't really remember exactly what I said about it, but I did keep the foundation. It was sent to me in PR. The first, I think either the first time I tried it or the second time, I can't remember. I think the first time I tried it, I actually bought it because Amra loves this foundation. I want to say she got everybody on it some years ago, but anyway, this one I would give this like a 7.9 out of 10. Mostly because I don't really wear it all over my face. Every time I put it on, I pretty much have it here, you know, almost like I'm bronze touring, but I'm actually using it to like the shadows of my face. I don't even know how to explain it. Say you used to be a makeup artist without saying you used to be a makeup artist, because the way all that information is just whoop out the window. Long story short, I like this. The wear is really nice. The coverage is really nice. It's lightweight. I don't remember if it creases in my smile lines or not, but I often do pair these two together. Granted, this one was a different shade. I paired this one with Caracas because Caracas was a little light. Tell me if I'm saying that wrong. Is it Caracas or is it Caracas? Let me know. But I would pair them together, and baby, they play like best friends. Okay, I would always get compliments when I wear these two foundations together. So there's that. Also, I do that. I combine my foundations. The next one is the Huda Beauty. I need to clean my lens. So the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Natural Air Blush Brush Foundation. This is in the shade 450G Chocolate Mousse. So for me, I've been wearing this one. I think it's a golden tone. I've been wearing this one for a while. But truth be told, this is an early summer shade for me. So like maybe once I start getting tan officially, then it starts to matchy because my face is typically, it doesn't look like it on camera, but my face is actually much lighter than my body. This shade, but I've been wearing it anyway because I finesse with like the powder and all that. I would actually give this foundation about a 9. I love how lightweight it is. I love that hopefully I don't squeeze any out. I love that it has like the little squeezy bit there, and like the product doesn't come out. First glance when I got it, I was like, girl, I'm gonna run out of this in 2 days, you know, because I was like, I'm full of coverage. I put it on, baby. Da 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 da. No, not with this one. With this one, get you 1 drop, you should be good. Well, not 1 drop, but you know, like maybe half than the usual. If you're a cake face, you will be good. So yeah, this is an early summer shade for me. This one specifically, I want to say that it's like definitely deeper than what I need, and then it's a little more on the like coppery, it's off tone for me right now because I'm neutral, and when I'm not tan, I'm more neutral pink and neutral olive, like a combination of the two. And then when I'm tan, I'm like red. So this is gonna work out for me when I get way more tan. But yeah, I love this foundation. Okay, so this one right here, this is the Kosas Cosmetics foundation. I don't think they have other foundations. I'd have to check and see. but I'm in the shade 340, so it's medium, deep, neutral, warm. This shade is my perfect match. I think this was like one of the first times I ever swatched a foundation on my face, and someone else told me that it was a perfect match, which I had never had before. That and their concealer. So it's called the Revealer Skin Improving Foundation with Broad Spectrum SPF 25. I really like this foundation. I really like their concealer too. This does not crease in my smile lines, not like all of my other stuff does. So there was a time where this was pretty much all that I wore, and I would buy it back to back to back to back to back. Only problem that I have is every time I get one, and let's see if it'll show y'all. Okay, we're focusing. Can y'all see that? Do y'all see it? Okay, so that's my problem. Every time I get one is there is an expiration date, and that says October 2024, right? And I just got this one. So that's my only issue with this, because it does have SPF 25 in it, and I don't personally know if the expiration is for the SPF or if it's for the entire foundation in the bottle. And I suspect sometimes that when they're expired like this that I will break out. I just haven't quite figured it out yet. So yeah, but I do love this foundation. And baby, the way I will put a primer on and keep it pushing, yes ma'am I will. Yes ma'am I will. I do love this, and I think that it's spectacular that they were able to create a shade that matches me so exactly while also having sunscreen, because sunscreen typically makes foundations really ashy. I don't know why, I don't care why, but I love this foundation. So hopefully I'll be able to find one that doesn't have an old expiration date on it. Moving on, this is, let's see here, will we focus? This is actually one of my favorite foundation, and it's from the drugstore. So the L'Oreal Infallible, oh, it says 32 hours. It used to say 24. Girl, not me not paying attention. Fresh Wear Foundation. It also has sunscreen, SPF, and the shade that I have right now is 510. Now, I will say this. Like, you can look at it and sort of tell that it's like, it's a little bit more on the orange side for me. But I do finesse it with my other products, so I don't even be worried about it, because it's one of those things with drugstore brands where it's like, either you have a match or you gonna have to finesse, which is what I do with this one. This foundation, y'all, I bought this when I could not afford to buy any of the other stuff that I was interested in wearing or had previously been wearing. And let me tell you something, this don't crease in my smile line. This was the first foundation to not crease in my smile lines at all. And I was moved and thoroughly impressed. To this day, it's still telling people, hey girl, if you can't afford nothing else, go get you one of these, because they're like $12. Depending on where you go, might be 15, 16, I don't know. Don't quote me. But I don't typically pay more than like $12, $13 for this. So fantastic formula, super duper lightweight. I feel like, does it have a smell? It doesn't really have a smell to me. And then it says it has a vitamin C derivative. I don't know what that is all about, but what I do know is my skin always looks really freaking good. The coverage, I would say, is about medium coverage, but it's buildable because it's so fluid. So this one, oh, I don't think I rated this one. This one, just for not creasing in my smile lines and having my perfect shade match, I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. This one, I'm gonna give this a 9. Because at the end of the day, the shades ain't never really gonna be perfect. You gotta figure it out one way or another, baby. But the fact that it don't crease in my smile lines and I can build up the coverage without it being greasy every single time. I do think I need to try shade like 505 or 500 though, just to make sure that that's not my perfect match. But yeah. Moving on, so I also have the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I've been wearing the shade 5W2 Rich Caramel since I worked for Estee Lauder. If you go back to my videos, like when I first started posting makeup videos. It was when I was working for Estee Lauder. And this was the shade that I went with because I felt like all of the other shades just didn't suit me properly, especially considering that I'm more heavy-handed. But something that I've learned recently from a makeup artist that I actually work with, hey Steph, if you watch this, I don't know if she watched my videos, but she uses this on all of her clients. And basically she said when it comes to this foundation, you kind of sort of have to do, I'm not going to say the opposite of what you normally would do with your shade range, kind of like with MAC. Like if you're olive, you're supposed, if your skin is cool, you're supposed to get like a warm shade or a neutral, something like that. I don't know. Look it up on TikTok. Long story short, she was like, try to look for the opposite of what your actual tone is and then adjust from there because it'll match better. So I have 5W2 Rich Caramel. Every time I put this on camera, I look fantastic. In person, I be feeling like something is kind of off. But I would still give this foundation a 9. Definitely a 9. Because this one, at least when I used to wear it, because I would wear it really heavily, did increase in my smile lines. Face was always smooth, on point. If you like to wear powder products on top of your foundation, like blush, powder, bronzer, it's always gonna blend and look beautiful, honey. So yeah, double wear, you definitely get a 9. Oops, another easy blur. I'm pulling these out of my little bucket where I keep them all. Okay, so this one is new to me. So this one right here is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I don't know if who owns Dior Beauty, but this reminds me of the MAC Face and Body Foundation for sure. I would only say this one's better. Not gonna hold you, this one's better. So this one is in the shade 4.5 neutral is what I have. Why I said this one is better than the other one is because the other one was like a really light coverage. I feel as though this one is closer to medium coverage, which makes it more buildable for me, somebody who likes to, I don't want to see my skin when I'm wearing foundation. I don't want to. That's the whole point. So I really like this one. I think when I wore it, it felt like it was kind of light for me, but that's because I'm neutral and I'm changing. But I do like this. It wore really well. It's pretty. I feel, only because I've only worn it once, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6. This is something that I would take with me if I was traveling. Like, let me just slap this on real quick. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Like, I don't have to worry about it exploding or breaking in my bag. And again, I like the packaging, and it's my first Dior foundation, so yeah. All right, so I have 2 more. These are still currently in their boxes, but I can talk about the House Labs one because I have worn it. I've done a review, and I wound up getting the shade medium cool. I haven't worn it yet, but y'all, you will see it if it's the right match. So I got medium cool because when I first matched myself, I used the Sephora app because I was doing reviews, which I'll still do reviews, y'all let me know. And it matched me to 385 because I used the Fenty foundation as like a help for the shade finder. Well, it gave me 385, and 385 always felt like it was so off. I didn't understand. I didn't comprehend what it was, but it didn't look right. So it was kind of like it was too pink or something. Long story short, I would give this foundation, I want to say about a 7.5, 7.5, because it looks really beautiful on the skin. But for me, this isn't something that I could wear all day long without a lot of reinforcement. So this is a great everyday foundation for anybody who wants something with a good enough coverage. I want to say the coverage is like medium to full. Yeah, and it's supposed to be skincare. Clinically type. Yeah, it's supposed to be like skincare mixed with your foundation, yada yada woo woo. So yeah, and the shade that I got is 350. Y'all, I'm losing my train of thought. Moving on. This is my last foundation. I'm gonna tell you guys about it just because I'm getting ready to try it out. But this is the Lawless foundation. This is how she looks. Hold on, come on, focus. Yeah, the Lawless foundation. This is the Plumping, Smoothing, Nourishing. I was recommended this by Olivia at North Park Mall in Sephora. She said that this one is really good for getting a decent amount of coverage, and because of the shade range, we were talking about that. I was looking a mess that day, girl. Thank you for not judging me. But I also saw a review on this, so you know what, I'll link it down below because I'm not planning to do reviews on each foundation. I'm just gonna try them and see if I like them. But I got the shade 19T. I think I swatched maybe 2 shades in the store, and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get this one. It says Skin Plumping Line Smoothing Foundation. The review that I watched, it will be linked down below. I believe my good sis, her skin was looking really, really radiant at the end of the day after she had been wearing it for a while. And I want to say the coverage is really nice too. So that's my shade in this one. And that is all, y'all. Let me know if you want another video like this where I'm basically just showing you all of my different versions and brands of one specific product. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about that. Comment down below if you want to see me review any of the foundations that I have not reviewed yet. I will do that for you and demonstrate how I wear them. And then also let me know if there's anything you want me to try, because I'll go get it for y'all. Like, that's no problem. Anyway, thank you again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, because why not, and share this video with somebody that you know, like, care about. I'll see y'all later. Peace.